Hello, welcome. Welcome back to my cavernous laundry room. Yay! Don't worry, playing around with the mic this afternoon, and then I'll bring it to class. Thanks for coming, guys. We have about 10 minutes till we get started. You're absolutely welcome. Let's just see what's happening here. Hey, Emily. You're absolutely welcome to just lay down and start to relax. Come into your breath. And in about 8 awesome minutes, the rest of us are going to join you. We're going to start in a comfortable seated position today. However, feel free to please just lay down in Savasana for now. If you made it here a little early, just start to treat yourself right. Slowing your breath down. I'm just going to hang out in my seated comfortable position while we wait. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Hopefully you saw that I suggested a playlist in this post. If you don't already have some of your favorite slow jams ready to go, you can absolutely check out the playlist I have on Spotify. It's called Pio Favorites. Some awesome kirtan. Ooh. Make sure you have some water nearby. You don't have to have any props today. I brought a block just in case. If you have a block, awesome. If you don't have a block, don't stress about it. Just gonna do the best we can with the body that you have today. I don't think we have anything. Let me just double check. Can you see this on the screen? Sure, yeah. Just double checking. Welcome, you guys. A little over 5 minutes before we get started. We're going to start today in the seated, comfortable position of your choice. But if you arrived early, I encourage you to just lay down on your back, come into Savasana, start to come into your breath. Slowing down that inhale and elongating your exhale. Welcome, you guys. 5 minutes till we get started. Feel free to lay down on your backs, just starting to come into your breath if you made it here early. Or you can hang out in a seated, comfortable position just like I am. Hope that you guys are hydrating. We're not going to have a lot of specific water breaks during class. Please feel free to help yourself to water anytime that you feel like you need it. Thanks for coming, you guys. Thanks for getting here a little early, making this time, this space for yourself. Feel free to come into a seated, comfortable position of your choice or just lay down. Just a couple more minutes before we get started. After class today, if you would like to make a comment in the comment section, I would love to hear from you about if you have any parts of your body that are really feeling sore, tired, uncomfortable, particularly if we don't address them during class today, so that for next week, I can really write some classes that are specific to the needs that you guys find that you're having right now. So don't feel like you have to get up right this moment. But when class is over or over the weekend, hop on the comment section. Let me know what you need to work on. Or feel free to send me an email. jwalters, like Barbara, @miter.org. Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. 2 minutes till we get started. Tight hips. I hear you, Betsy. We're all a lot of desk people right now. So that's pretty typical. People sitting in chairs a lot to have those nice tight hips. We're definitely gonna hit those today. Thanks for coming, guys. 2 minutes till we get started. One thing I've been amazed by this week is everyone coming to class. All the great emails, Skypes we've been getting from you guys, so thank you so much. And B, I really wonder, how do these fitness professionals have such pretty hair? If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears and hair. So please let me know. That there's 2 different bricks on the wall behind me. Did you guys notice that as well? It's not an optical illusion. Just some things you might notice when you start to slow down your mind. Okay, well, thanks for coming today, you guys. I'm just gonna wiggle my way back towards my mat. Hi. How's it going? That's okay. Everyone knows. This is life, you guys. All right. Thanks for coming to our Mind-Body Connection today. My name is Jessica Walters. I'm the Health Fitness Program Manager at Miter McLean, and I'm going to be leading you guys through today's yoga class. So we're going to get started in a seated position of your choice. I'm sitting cross-legged. If you find that sitting cross-legged is not entirely comfortable for you and you have a pillow or maybe a blanket around, something that you can bring underneath of your bum, especially if you're feeling really tight in those legs and hips, being gently lifted and having your knees point down towards the floor can be a lot more relaxing on this area. So I'll give you a second if you need to grab some of that. Or feel free to just open those legs out nice and wide. Truly just coming into the seated position that is comfortable for you. We're going to take a couple moments here to just come into your breath. Find a place to relax your hand, maybe on your knees, maybe on your mat, at your hips by your side. Go ahead and come into a mudra here, bringing my thumb, my pointer finger together. Just find your sit bones in the floor, maybe shake a little left and right. Start to gently engage your abdominal cord, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. We're going to pull our shoulders down away from your ears. Start drawing your elbows towards the wall behind you, still hanging heavy down towards the floor. Stretch up through the crown of your head and start to focus on your breath. Yoga breathing is typically inhaling in through your nose, a long, slow, deep inhale, and also exhaling out through your nose. Maybe if your nose is stuffed or that just doesn't feel comfortable for you today, you'd prefer to breathe out through your mouth, and that's totally okay. Feel free to come through. Everyone knows this is life, you guys. All right, so every inhale, you're stretching up a little bit taller through the crown of your head, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, contracting the core. And every exhale, just like I'm dying inside right now with laughter, and I hope you are too. Just keeping it light. Inhaling, stretching up through the crown of your head. Exhaling, pulling those shoulders down away from your ears. A couple more times. Can you make your inhale a little bit longer? Feeling your lungs, your ribcage expand in their capacity. Exhale even longer than your inhale. Feel free to close your eyes. If you do decide to keep your eyes open, just find one spot to relax your eyes. Relax your mind. If your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. Start to really ground your sit bones down into the floor and think of your pelvis as a bowl. Notice if you're hinging forward or if you're leaning back, and do your best to stack your ears on top of your shoulders on top of your hips, with that gentle engagement of your abdominal cord so that your pelvic bowl is nice and full. Keep finding that lifted length, that contraction of your core. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Keep that chin gently tucked towards your chest. This might be the perfect stretch for you. If you want to make it a little bit deeper, experiment with bringing your left hand down to the floor by your hips and gently walking your left hand fingertips away from you. You might even want to inhale your right arm up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, bring those fingertips right behind your ear as you allow your right elbow to hang heavy down towards the floor. Keep using your inhales to stretch up through your head towards the ceiling, using those exhales to pull your shoulders away from your ears. Your stomach is still sucked in, your sit bones are still grounded, and your pelvic bowl is as full as possible. Slow down your breath. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, release your hand on your head if you brought it there. Relax your right hand back down to your knee or to the floor. Bring your left hand back in. Take a moment. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Drawing your elbows towards the wall behind you. Just starting to get a little engagement of your mid and upper back. Take another deep inhale right here. And on your exhale, drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Still keeping that chin tucked towards my chest. If my eyes were open, I'd be looking towards my right knee or the floor in front of me. Once again, if this is the perfect stretch for you, stay right here. And if you want to feel a little bit more, bring your right hand fingertips down by your hip and walk your right hand fingertips as far away as you need today. Another option is inhaling that left arm up towards the ceiling, bending at the elbow, placing your fingertips just behind your earlobe. And once again, we're coming into our breath, inhaling to stretch up towards the ceiling. Exhale to pull those shoulders down away from your ears. So important to find as much lift and length as you can. 3 more super slow breaths right here. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the nose or mouth. No judgment. Just breath. 1 more deep inhale. And on your exhale, if you went for your hand on your head, stretch that hand up. Release your left hand down towards your hips or to your knees. Take another moment, tucking your chin towards your chest. Gently squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening your chest, stretching elbows back behind you. Once again, contract your abdominal cord, ground those sit bones down into the floor. Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, just lift your head up. Restack your ears on top of your shoulders, shoulders on top of your hips. Let's go ahead and make some circles. We're going to make some circles with our nose. So getting started, make some gentle circles with your nose, starting out about the size of a penny. And each time you come through, feel free to get a little bit larger, expanding out to the size of a coaster. Finding a dinner plate, eventually coming to the size of a symbol, and then as big as feels good for you. If at any point while you're making these circles, leading with your nose, starting to get a stretch on the front of your throat by lifting your chin, if you feel any points of tension, feel free to hang out for a second where that point of tension is, and really send your exhale to that spot. You might even find it feels good to bring your fingertips to your neck, to wherever that stress spot is, and gently help to massage out the discomfort. Let's take 2 more big circles in this direction. Still breathing, still stretching. Last time around in this direction. And as you change your breath, change the circle, this time starting out as large as possible. Once again, remember, you can totally hang out any spot where you find any kink, any tension. Really focus on the idea of sending your exhale into those tense places. And as you're ready, find your motion again. As you go through this time, starting to make your circles a little bit smaller, coming back to the size of a symbol. Slowly, gently finding the size of a dinner plate. A coaster. Some spare change in the couch. And then back to your stillness. Great, so let's get a little bit of work in our shoulders. So go ahead and place your hands on your knees to begin with if they weren't already there. You're going to inhale and just pull those shoulders all the way up towards your ears. Keep filling those lungs, stretching, stretching, reaching. Open your mouth. Exhale, relax them all the way down. 2 more times. Inhale. Ground your sit bones into the floor. Squeeze your sex organs. Suck your stomach in. Stretch those elbows up. Lift them higher. Open your mouth. Long, slow exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Maybe right shoulder a little bit higher, left shoulder a little bit higher, tighter, squeezing higher, higher. Open your mouth. Loud, slow exhale through your mouth. Go ahead and bring your fingertips to your shoulders now. We're going to get a little bit more involved with our backs here. So as you inhale, begin to stretch those elbows forward towards the screen, up towards the ceiling. As you start your exhale, your arms go behind you and down towards the floor. Maybe even gently tucking your chin towards your chest. Inhale forward. Eyes, nose, chin can stretch up on that inhale. Exhale as arms come back and down. 3 more times around. Inhaling forward, Elbows stretching, lifting up. Open your chest, elbows stretch back. As you exhale, chin tucks towards the chest, down towards the floor. 2 more times. As much forward, as much of a lift as feels good for you today. Tuck your chin. The last time in this direction, inhale forward. Exhale, tuck chin towards your chest. Take a moment here with your chin towards your chest, with your stomach sucked in, a nice C curve of your back. And we're gonna change directions now. So we're gonna inhale back and up. Exhale forward and down. Really lead with those elbows as much as you can. Inhale up. Stretch forward, exhale, come down. 3 more times. Going at your own pace, finding what feels good for your body today and keeping in mind that every day is different, every day our bodies are different, and just being proud of yourself for whatever it is you can bring to your mat today. Last time around, inhale up, exhale forward, and then once again, gently just restack each vertebrae. Shoulders on top of hips, ears on top of shoulders. Arms relaxed down by your side. Yay! Let's go for a seated spine twist. Go ahead and bring your right hand fingertips close by the base of your spine, like they're a kickstand. And even press into those fingertips, once again engaging your abdominal core and grounding your sit bones into the floor. You're going to take your left hand and bring it to the outside of your right knee. Once again, press into that kickstand hand behind you. Suck your stomach in, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Find as much lifted length as you can, opening your chest, squeezing shoulder blades together. You can press against the outside of your right thigh, as you start to twist. Once you find that twist, that lifted length in your chest and your shoulders, begin to bring your chin into the action. Exhaling to bring your chin back towards your right shoulder. If your eyes are open, find one spot to focus your eyes, relax your mind, and do the best that you can to get your 2 shoulders in one line. Coming back into your nice relaxed breath right here, we're going to make this twist a little bit deeper. Take a big inhale, and on your exhale, gently walk your fingertips back about 5 steps. Either bring the pads of your fingers or your hand into the floor and take a generous bend of your right elbow. Ooh. Exhaling as much into the twist as you can. Bringing your chin along, looking down towards the floor behind you. Left shoulder comes forward as your right elbow draws towards the edge of your mat. Take 1 more deep inhale. Then on your exhale, press yourself up. Gently walk those fingertips back in by the base of your spine and slowly, gently turn back towards the front. No rush. Once again, ground those sit bones into the floor, stretch through the crown of your head, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Suck your stomach in, contract your abdomen, and go ahead and bring your left hand close by the base of your spine. Press into those fingers, open your chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, contract that core once more, and bring your right hand fingertips to the outside of your left thigh. And maybe they don't reach all the way today, and that's okay. Where can you relax your hand? Press into your fingers, pull gently on the outside of that left thigh, stretching up, start to turn and twist your chest. And as you're ready, bring your chin into the action, as much lifted length as you can keep. Sit bones grounded, stomach sucked in, stretching up, finding one spot to focus your eyes. Get ready for about 2 or 3 breaths right here before we come into a deeper stretch. Still actively squeezing shoulder blades together and shoulders down away from your ears. Take 1 more deep inhale. And on your exhale, walk those fingertips back about 5 steps. Pads of the fingers or hands palms on the floor, generously bend your elbow. Ooh, right shoulder comes a little closer towards one side of your mat as your left elbow stretches behind you. Still keep a gentle sucking in of your stomach. Take 1 more deep inhale. And on your exhale, straighten your arm. Walk your fingertips slowly back towards the base of your spine. Take your time on your exhale, gently turning back towards the front. Yay, feel free to shake those shoulders out for a second. Just giving yourself some delightfully sexy shoulder circles right here. Change the direction of those sexy shoulder circles. These are one of my favorites for getting into the mid-back. So good to do at your chair, at your desk as well. All right, next up, we're gonna go ahead and bring your right hand fingertips back down to the mat next to you by your hips. You're gonna walk your hand out as much as possible. You might find that you need to use a prop right here. If you don't have one, that's okay, we're just doing our best. So I'm gonna place my hand palm on the floor, take a bend of my elbow. I find it more comfortable to face my hand forward, and you might as well. Just really working to keep my left sit bone grounded into the mat. Take a deep inhale as you bring your left arm up and over. I'm looking down towards my left knee, keeping my chin tucked. All 5 of my fingers are still touching each other. I'm using my inhale to fill my lungs and my exhale to stretch in opposite directions. Take one more deep inhale. Press into that right elbow into the floor. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Do your best to stack one shoulder on top of the other. And on your exhale, gently lift yourself up. The left hand comes down towards the mat. Go ahead, start to walk those left hand fingertips away from you. Keep your right sit bone grounded. Bend at the elbow. Turn my arm. So I'm really stretching through my right hip to keep my right sit bone down. You might find that you can't get your forearm all the way down today, and that's totally okay. Wherever you are, take a deep inhale, bring that right arm up and over. Gently tuck your chin towards your chest, look towards your right knee. All 5 fingers of your right hand touching each other. Once again, come back into your breath, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, finding as much length, as much stretch as feels good. One more nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, press yourself up. Gently relax that right arm down by your side. And we're going to bring our hands in front of us. Keeping those sit bones grounded, gently walk yourself forward as much as feels good for you today. Feel free to tuck your chin towards your chest here. You can even press your hands, palms into the floor to really accentuate the rounding of your back. Still doing your best on those exhales to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you even allow your head to come down between your arms. Now maybe that's just not quite possible for you today, and that's okay. Flexibility is totally built over time. So the more time that you take to practice for yourself, to try these things out, the easier it's going to be. You can do yoga every single day. Okay, start to walk those hands over towards the right side of your mat as much as you can, while once again still focusing on keeping that left sit bone grounded. So I'm pressing into both of my hands, palms, to create a large stretch all over the left side of my body. I particularly feel it from my left glute, my left hip, all the way up through the shoulders. You might even want to place one hand on top of the other to really fully press those hands into the floor. Chin tucked towards your chest, getting an extra rounding of that upper back, feeling it all the way into your shoulders. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, take the pressure out of your hands. Gently begin to walk them all the way over to the left side. As much as feels comfortable for you, and as far as you can go while still keeping that right sit bone grounded. Once again, option to place one hand on top of the other as you press your hands, palms into the floor, tucking your chin towards your chest, stretching through that right sit bone, creating as large, as deep, as beautiful of a stretch as you enjoyed today. Take one more deep inhale here. And on your exhale, take the pressure out of your hands, palms, walk them forward. We're going to go ahead and pull ourselves up now as we come into tabletop. Just going to turn sideways for you guys. Come into your hands' palms to pull your shoulders away from your ears and spread your fingertips nice and wide like starfish. Really focus on pressing this fleshy edge between your thumb and your pointer finger into the floor. And gently begin to squeeze those shoulder blades together. A little engagement of your back as well. Pulling your belly in, core contracted. Go ahead, tuck your chin towards your chest. As we come into the best cat that you can. Think about a Halloween cat that you've seen. Meow. And as you change your breath, just go ahead and change the stretch, bringing that chest, that belly down towards the floor. Chin comes away from your chest, looking up towards the ceiling, pressing into your hands, palms. Still doing the best you can to not wear those shoulders like earrings. Feel free to find a cat-cow that feels best for you today. So don't feel like you have to be limited in just cat and cow. What sort of fun things have you seen your dog or your cat do? I know that my dog likes to stretch his bum back towards his heels. That's a great stretch for your lower back. You might even want to bring yourself a little bit forward, tucking your pelvis under to get more of a stretch in your upper back and shoulders. Sometimes I like to give myself some shoulder circles here. Whatever you do, if you do it in one direction, just make sure you do it in the opposite direction as well. Maybe shaking your hips a little bit, right and left to get more into your obliques. Just a couple more breaths here in cat-cow. Then we're gonna get a little active for today, you guys. All right, let's stretch it out a little bit more first. Next up, we're gonna come into bird dog. So keeping your right knee and your left hand down on the floor, you're gonna stretch that left leg out behind you, point through your toes, press into your left hand palm, tuck your stomach in, engage your back, and stretch your right arm forward in front of you. Come into as straight of a line as you can be for today, and then start to make some circles with your ankles, with your wrists, first in one direction, and then change the direction of your circles. Relax your right hand and left knee back down towards the mat. Switch, this time right hand, left knee stay down, extend your right leg out behind you, squeezing the glute, pointing through your toe, find your eyes focused on the floor, your engagement of your core and your back, and stretch your left hand fingertips forward. Just starting off in the beginning with as much length as you can create, and once you've found it, touching the opposite walls of the room, go ahead, make some circles with your ankles and with your wrist in one direction, and change the direction of your circles. Awesome, release your right leg and left hand back down towards the mat. Let's take a moment and set ourselves up for a plank, because we do have some planks, some down dog, and all that exciting jazz coming up. I don't usually do a lot of down dog in class, but you know, we're gonna try some today. Okay, so setting ourselves up for our plank, keep your two hands down on the mat, keep your left knee down, you're gonna send your right leg out behind you. Tuck those toes under, get the ball of your foot on the floor, and do the best that you can to stack your heel on top of the ball of the foot. So if you can see yourself in a mirror or something, just notice if your heel is stretching towards the back of your mat, or if it's coming too far forward. You really want to ground that foot, start squeezing your glute. I am still stretching through my heel. I'm just doing the best I can to be as stacked as possible. My stomach is sucked in. I even start to feel a little trembling in my upper body. I did Kelly's workout this morning. Change. Bring that right leg in. Send your left leg out. Once again, tuck those toes under. Get the ball of your foot down onto the mat. Do your best to stack your heel on top of your ankle. Suck your stomach in. Press your hands, palms into the floor. Just hanging out right here. Take one more deep inhale. And change. Bring that left leg back in. Give yourself a couple cat-cows right here. One more time. Yes, you guys. Okay, next we're going to get into our hips a little bit more. So, once again, step yourself back into plank. Just hanging out here for a moment in our plank. You can keep those knees down on the mat if a full plank doesn't really work for you. Get ready to take 2 slow breaths. A nice deep inhale in through your nose. Back is active, shoulders pulled away from your ears, stretching through the crown of your head. Exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And on your exhale, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Feel free to walk your feet in a little bit closer, even spreading them out, mat width distance apart as we come here into down dog. Move my hair. All right, you want to be in as straight of a line as possible from your hips up through your hands, palms. Think about spiraling your inner thighs towards the wall behind you and opening those fingers really wide, once again like a starfish. You even want to shine your elbow creases forward towards the top of your mat. And feel free to pedal your heels, walk in the dog here. I'm just going to walk my feet a little closer together. Just going to tuck my shirt in. Great. Go ahead, keep your left foot down on the mat. It's okay if your heel doesn't touch. We're going to send that right leg up towards the ceiling. Make some circles with your ankle in one direction. In the opposite direction, go ahead, bend your knee. Make some big circles with that knee. Whew. Change the direction of those circles. Release your right leg back down towards the mat. Ground that right foot down, take a deep inhale, send your left leg up. Point those toes up towards the ceiling, make some circles with your ankle, one direction. In the opposite direction. Go ahead, bend your knee, stack your knee on top of your hip, make some circles with your knee in one direction. And change the direction of your knee circles. Awesome. Release your left leg back down towards the mat. We'll come out of down dog for just a minute. Release your knees down, stretch your hips back towards your heels. Take a relaxing moment right here in child's pose. Feel free to walk your hands, palms as far forward as feels good for you today. You can even relax your head down on the mat. Your nose can graze on the towel with your chin away from your chest. If this is a little bit too much in your shoulders, feel free to take a generous bend of your elbows. And if that's still a lot for you, you can even relax your arms down by your side with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. Just come back to your slow, relaxed breath right here. Because good news, bad news, we're going to come back into that plank and back into our down dog before we get into a nice low flying lizard. Okay, so come on back into tabletop. Walk your hands back in if they were all the way out in front of you for child's pose. Let's go ahead and once again send your legs back. Set yourself up in your plank. Hang out here in your plank for 2 breaths. It's really like a breath and a half. On your next exhale, send those hips back up towards the ceiling. Maybe walk your hands in just a little bit, really stretching up through your hips as straight of a line as you can be. Keep your left foot grounded on the mat. Take a deep inhale, send your right leg up. And on your exhale, bring your right leg forward between your hands' palms. We're going to release our left knee down towards the mat and untuck your left toes. Yay! Make sure that your knee is stacked just about on top of your hips. We're just going to hinge forward, as straight of a line as you can find right here from your right knee towards your left. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. You can stay right here on the floor if you need to. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, go ahead and lift yourself up. Even bring your hands, palms to the center of your chest. We're still focusing on this big stretch in our left hip flexor. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, stretch those arms up towards the ceiling. Hands, palms together, thumbs are crossed. One more inhale here. Lift your chest, sternum. And on your exhale, bring your arms back. Biceps come closer towards your ears. A nice little backward bend. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. Let's twist. Bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Do your best to stack one elbow on top of the other. Chin turns towards that right shoulder. Still bringing the weight forward into your front foot. A big stretch happening on that left hip flexor. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead, untwist. Bring yourself back in. This time we're going to release our hands down with your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Allow that right knee to hang out heavy towards the side. Little low flying lizard. You can tuck your chin towards your chest. Keep pulling those shoulders away from your ears. Back to your breath right here. Slowing down your exhale. Remember, if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. Find a spot to relax your eyes. Relax your mind. Relax your breath. Bring your heart rate back down as well. Take one more deep inhale. On your exhale, tuck those left toes under. Go ahead and lift your knee up off of the floor. Bring your right leg back. You might need to wiggle it all the way there. Back into your plank. Take a deep inhale. On your exhale, send those hips back up towards the ceiling. Another moment right here, down dog. Pedal your feet. Walk in the dog, sending those hips up, really pressing into your hands, palms, spiraling your inner thighs towards the wall behind you. Go ahead, ground your right foot onto the mat. Take a deep inhale, send that left leg up. And on your exhale, bring your left foot forward. You might need to readjust. Release your right knee back down. Untuck those toes. You might find you need to wiggle that left foot forward to make sure that as you shift forward, your knee doesn't go past your toe. Creating as long of a line as you can. On this side, from this left knee down to the right knee behind you. You can hang out right here, keeping your hands on the floor. If you're ready for a little challenge though, just lift yourself up. Go ahead, bring your hands, palms to the center of your chest in Namaskar. Keep stretching that right hip forward, left hip is coming back. Take a deep inhale, bring those arms up towards the ceiling. Hang out here for an exhale. Inhale, lift your chest, sternum. Exhale, bring your arms back, biceps come closer towards your ears, enjoy a nice backward bend. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale, hands come back to the center of your chest. Take a deep inhale, get ready for your twist. Exhale, bring that right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Once again, just doing the best that you can with the body you have today. To stack your left elbow on top of that right knee. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Turn your chin to your left shoulder. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly, gently untwist. Hands back to the center of your chest. Release your hands down towards the mat on the inside of the sole of the left foot. Allow your left knee to fall out heavy to the side. As much as feels comfortable for you, feel free to come on to the edge of that left foot. Sole of the foot lifting up off of the mat. Just a couple more relaxed breaths, as you can make them today. That's part of the joy of yoga, is learning how to breathe through tense moments. And this breath can be with you at any point of your day, no matter where you are. Go ahead, tuck those right toes under. Lift that knee up off of the floor. Gently bring your left leg back with your right. Release those knees down. Bring your toes together. Send your hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Once again, right here in child's pose, feel free to relax your forehead on the mat. Use your inhale to stretch through your fingertips. And use your exhale to gently press your hips a little closer towards your heels. Remember, if arms all the way out in front of you is too much on your shoulders today, as generous of a bend of your elbows as you need. Just coming back to your relaxed breath, yourself, your focus. Take one more nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, pull yourself back up into tabletop. Restack those hands, palms underneath of your shoulders and your hips on top of your knees. Next up, we have puppy pose or melting hearts pose. Similar feeling to child's pose. However, this time we're going to keep our hips stacked on top of your knees and you're gently going to walk your hands forward. Now, depending on how tight your chest is, and your back, this might be as far as you can go. If you can, keep walking those hands forward though, bringing your chest down towards the mat. As a beginner, placing your forehead on the mat can be very relaxing. And if you're going for the biggest stretch of opening your back, stretch that chin out in front of you. Once again, using your breath to come in as deep into the posture as you can today. 2 more breaths right here. last deep inhale. And on your exhale, bend your elbows, pull yourself forward. Coming into Sphinx pose. So stacking your elbows right underneath of your shoulders. Open your feet about max width distance apart and press the tops of your feet into the floor. Go ahead, take a moment, tucking your chin down towards your chest. Such a nice stretch on the top of your neck. You can even gently, using your breath, turn your chin from one shoulder to the other. I like to really find my movement on my exhale and use my inhale to find as much length as I can. Okay. Go ahead and lift your chin away from your chest, look towards the wall in front of you, press those elbows into the floor. A gentle squeezing of your glutes, pubic mound is pressed into the mat. Sometimes right here I even like to just kind of shake my butt right and left to help relieve any tension that's starting to build up in your back. You can hang out right here. If you want to make this stretch more intense, option to come into seal. So pressing your hands, palms into the floor, straighten those arms out. You're keeping your belly button down on the mat. And then full expression, go ahead, bend those knees. Do your best to bring those toes up towards your head. Look back for your toes. Are we close? Take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, slowly, gently release yourself down. Make a pillow with your hands. Place your forehead on your pillow and windshield wipe your knees, right and left, in opposite directions. Awesome, you guys. Just a couple more postures before we finish in a nice long Savasana. Next up, we got a spine twist. We're gonna do it on our bellies. Just gonna move over a little bit. Stretch your arms out to the side. Go ahead, bend your right leg. Sole of the right foot faces up towards the ceiling. You're gonna press into your right hand palm as you bring your right leg up and over the left side of your body. Find a spot to relax your toes down. And it might be here, really close to your shins. If you wanna get a little bit deeper into your abs and your back, try and bring that toe as close up towards your hand as possible. To access a little bit more of that stretch in your thighs, stretch that knee up towards the ceiling. Start to feel it in your glutes as well. Can you even walk your right hand fingertips further away, bringing your right forearm, that right armpit a little bit closer towards the mat? Wherever you found yourself, get ready to just breathe. Start to scan your body from head to toe on the spine twist. And notice where you're still holding your tension. Can you relax your shoulders at all? Can you relax your belly and your glutes? Still finding that stretch though. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, gently, slowly release. Rolling back up towards your chest, stretching your right arm back out. Releasing your right leg down towards the mat. This time, bend your left leg up. Sole of the left foot faces up towards the ceiling. Press into your left hand palm to bring that leg up and over your body. Just find a space that you can touch that toe down wherever it is today. And if you're really working to get more into those thighs, into the outside of your glutes, stretch that knee up towards the ceiling. Holy moly. And then start walking your left hand fingertips away as much as you can to bring that stretch back into your back. Close your eyes, find that one spot to focus your eyes. 2 more breaths right here. 1 more deep inhale. And on your exhale, roll back over onto your belly. Go ahead, gently press yourself up a little bit just to roll over onto your back. Coming into the last of our postures for today. Take a moment, bend your knees and place the soles of your feet on your mat. We're going to come into reclined bound angle. So as those knees drop open, the soles of the feet come together. Up to you how close or how far away from the center line of the body you'd like your feet. Maybe you want to relax your arms down by your side. You can have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. If you need a little bit of a stretch of your chest and your pecs, go ahead and bring your arms up and out towards the side. One more opportunity to slow down your breath and focus on yourself. Next up is our final Savasana. Feel free to stay right here, recline bound angle for your final Savasana. Or if you want, go ahead and stretch those legs out. It's your choice how you come into this last posture. Feel free to open your arms, your legs as wide as you want. But just commit to hanging out right here for 2 full minutes of stillness and breath. I encourage you to take this time to once again scan your body from head to toe. Just notice where you're holding some tension. Relaxing your eyes and your eyebrows, your jaw, your lips. Taking the tension out of your neck, your shoulders. Simply sinking deeper into the mat with every exhale. Relaxing your chest, your belly, releasing your glutes and your thighs, taking the tension out of your ankles and your knees. If your palms are facing up towards the ceiling, your fingertips might gently be curling in towards each other. You might even notice your amazing energy swirling in the palm of your hands. Just a couple more moments to focus on your breath, inhaling in light and energy. Exhaling out tension and stress. Inhaling in hope and happiness. Exhaling out sadness and resentment. Deeper and deeper into your mat. Feel free to stay here in your Savasana as long as you want to. If you need to move on with your day, take a little wiggle of your fingers and your toes. Bring some blood flow back to your extremities. You can either roll over and press yourself up to a seated position, or draw your knees in towards your chest and rock yourself up like a ball. And we'll just take a moment to honor ourselves, to honor the energy we've all brought together today as we finish class. Go ahead, bring your hands, palms to the center of your chest with your thumbs touching on your sternum. You can press those hands, palms together. One more opportunity to activate your back. Tuck your chin towards your chest and honor yourself. Thank yourself for taking this time for you. I'm so thankful that you guys came and shared your energy, not just with me, but with each other. I hope to see you all again for practice soon. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. So great to work out with you guys. Once again, my name is Jessica. I'm the health fitness specialist at the health fitness program manager at Miner and McLean. Please feel free to put in the comments if you notice anything on your body that's still really tense that you'd like to work on next week. As always, you can find me on the MII and send me an email. I can't wait to see you guys all again soon. I hope you have the most amazing relaxed weekend.